Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, I'll be showing you how to create a custom module in Zoho CRM. So you know how we have different modules already in Zoho CRM that has been created by Zoho CRM itself. So for example, we have the leads, the contact, the accounts, we also have the deals and all of this module. We can actually create a separate module, a custom module. That so a module is simply a place where you store and manage a specific type of record. So for instance, you have your leads, you have your contacts, and you have your deals. So yeah, so let me give you an example. So let's imagine that you have a coaching program where we have you have an online coaching program where you teach students various courses or various subjects, and instead of using leads and contacts and all of this, you can actually create something like students. Then you create some another module for coaches or teachers, and you create another module for courses and so on. So the same thing applies for, let's imagine, an hospital. You can create a custom module for doctors, you can create a custom module for nurses, you can create another custom module for patients. You can also create another custom module called appointments. So it's just to help you segment different records you have into different places. There are various ways you can actually do this. You can use tags, you can even use custom fields to do that. But most times using modules help you, it gives you a broader picture, and you can be able to see specific words in specific place. So I am going to use the example of a small hospital where we are going to be creating a custom module, and it is going to be a custom module for patients. Thing you want to do is you want to click on all other modules here, and you can see the create new module. You can click on the create new module, and the other way to do this is just click on your settings icon. When you click on your settings icon, it is then you are going to go under customization. You are going to see modules and fields. So you click on modules and fields. When you click on modules and fields, it's going to take you to this page where you can see create new module, and you can also see your existing module. There is also something you can do in case you do not want to create an entirely new module. You can decide to rename your particular module. So now we have the plural form and the singular form. So instead of using leads, you can use something like students, you can use something like teachers, you can use something like coaches, you can use something like doctors, just whatever you wish to use. Now, when you've changed that name, you can also click on save, and that name is going to be changed. You can also do this for um all of the modules here. You can change the name. You can also decide to use whatever name you feel is going to be appropriate for your business. But we are not going to do that. We are going to start an entirely new module. So what do? We click on the new button, the blue button, the new module button. When you click on it, you are going to see this page where you can create different custom fields for this particular module. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we give this a name. So this module has a name, and it is going to be called patients. So the singular name will be patients, and the plural name is going to be patients. So you just add the S and on save. When you click on save, you have already edited the name for this particular module. So the next thing you want to do is you want to start creating custom fields for this particular module. I am going to create a video where I am going to go into custom fields in more details, but I'm just going to like brush through it, and so you can see how to go about it for this particular module. So let's start with the first section, which is the patient information. So we are just going to leave this the way it is, and we can add simple other information like the marital state, gender, and all of those things. So in case you know how to create custom fields, you can actually just keep this part into the next part. Okay, so I am going to create a um, custom field for the marital status, and I'm going to use a pick list, and I am going to name this marital status, and the options will be okay. So the pick list for the marital status has been added, so you can be able to pick whichever marital status each patient belongs to. So you can click on done, and as you can see, it has added that particular field for this module. I've dragged in a new section, and what we want to do is want to rename this new section, and want to rename it as details. And now you can be able to drag different fields for this medical details. I'm going to create some custom fields for this particular section. Okay, so now the new section, which is the medical details, I've been able to add all that custom fields into this section. And like I said, I am going to be creating another video where I can show you in details um how to create different custom fields. So after making sure you have added all of the sections you need for this particular module, for the patient module, you can then click on save. I only created two sections just because of time. You can decide to create as many sections as you want. You can create sections for insurance information. You can create sections for the next of kin and all of those things. You can do that. And after you have been able to create all of the custom fields you need, you are going to click on save. And when you click on save, that means this particular module and the custom field assigned to this module has been created. So you can also check for each field and choose whichever one you want to mark as required, and you can set permissions for each field also. You can determine who can read and write each field, and you can determine if you want others to be able to read only, or if you don't want these fields to show at all in other people's layout. So after setting all of those permissions, you click on save again, and it's going to save all of that you've done. After a module has been created, you can see the new module we have created. In this part, you just look for patients, and yeah, as you can see, it is the last module. And when you click on patients, you are going to see this new module here. So you can decide if you want to import your new patients, or you want to create a just one patient if you want. So when you click on create patient, it's going to take you to the page where you can fill in the details for the particular patient you want to include. So you can include the name, you can include their email, you can also include the marital status, and you can include all other information you want to include. So let's say the first patient is, so the marital status is single, and you can add a secondary email if you want. So you can also add the health condition if you want, and you can also include their medical history. You can also include the allergies that this person have. You can also include their last visit date, and also include, oh sorry, that's in the future. Is it 31st? And the first visit date should be, yeah, just pick a random date. So you can click on save and new, and if you click on save and new, it's going to save this and create another blank form for you. Or you can just click on save. When you click on save, that means the first patient has been created. Okay, so as you can see now, we have this module, we have this particular patient for our new hospital. So now you can decide to add notes if you want. You can also check in for attachments. You can decide to attach whatever documents you want to attach for this particular patient. You can upload a file, maybe their medical history file, or whatever file you want to be you want to associate with this particular patient. You can also send them emails directly um from the contact layout. You can you can compose an email and use a template to send the email. And you can also check for open activities like the tasks that have been scheduled for this particular contact. If there is a call scheduled, or if there is a meeting scheduled with them, you can also check for the open activities. You can also check for the closed activities also. And in this part, you can see we have different options which you can use. You can decide to send them email from here, and you can find merge and duplicate and all of this. So when you go back, so now as you can see, we have this particular patient on that patient record. So you can do the same thing, exactly the same thing we do for leads. You can do it for your patient module. You can set workflow rules. You can set different layouts for them if you want. You can do a lot of different things for this particular new module you might have created. And when you want to create new custom view, you can just click on new custom view, and you can check for all those people with a certain illness, or you can check for all those people with a certain allergies, or you can also check for people who have a particular doctor, or who have a particular doctor assigned to them. Yeah, so you can check for all of these various things. And that is how you create custom module in Zoho CRM from scratch. Yeah, if you know how to use this custom module, it is actually a life changer, because you do not need to really conform to the um you don't need to conform to the normal leads, contacts, and deals that everybody is using. You can decide to, change up things and use whatever you feel is going to help for your particular business model. So if you found this video helpful, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel